Hello and welcome to video number 2. In this video, we are exploring the actual parallel line angle relationships. To do this, I'm going to give you guys a little visual. I'm going to give you guys a graphic organizer to help it all make a little more sense, because there's a lot of overlap in our definitions and our work on this one. So I'm going to ask you guys to write this down as I'm writing it down. Don't hesitate to pause or rewind the video if you need to hear me say something a second time, or if you need some more time to write it out. We're going to start by creating a giant plus sign. So a nice 2x2 grid. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit more straight here. Boop. Now, in each of these parts of our 4 grids, we're going to be putting in a set of parallel lines. I'm going to choose not to draw them horizontal, just so that you guys have some experience looking at parallel lines that aren't horizontal. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. That's over here at an angle. I'm going to do this one at the same angle, just like that. The cursive pressing the shift button for all these straight lines as I turn on sticky keys. And all of these parallel lines need a transversal. There we go. I do not want sticky keys. Thank you. Now, in these rows and columns, we're going to organize them by some qualities and characteristics. So on the top, we're going to be talking about whether our angle relationships are inside or outside. So we're going to reference that as interior or exterior. But then, on the left side here, we're going to be referencing the parallel lines themselves. And so we can either be on the same side with our parallel lines or on different sides. And so when we look at our transversal, we could either be on the same side of the transversal or on alternate or different sides of the transversal. So we're going to have the top row there be the alternate and the bottom row be the same side. So now all that's left is actually putting it together. If we look at the first box, we have alternate interior angles. And so identifying those alternate interior angles means that we're on alternate sides of the transversal, but inside of our parallel lines. And so if we look at this angle right here, that's on the top of the transversal and inside the parallel line. So the other angle is going to be below. So it's the alternate part of the transversal, but still inside of our parallel lines. And to help emphasize that, talking about that inside piece, here is that inside of the parallel line. All of this is inside the parallel line. It's between the parallel lines, so it's interior of the parallel lines. Exterior is outside the parallel lines. It's everything not in between. So it's exterior of the parallel lines. So applying that same vocabulary, the alternate angles are on opposite sides of the transversal. One above, one below, but they're outside, so they're exterior, such as here and here. Now, every parallel line angle relationship, alternate interior and alternate exterior, matches with just that pair, but there exists a second pair that matches as well. So the first pair is identified here in red, so I'll go ahead and pick another color here. I used purple and green already, so let's go ahead and use blue. This interior angle below on the left-hand side matches to be alternate interior angles with the top. So the blue angles are alternate interior and the red angles are alternate interior. Looking at the alternate exterior angles. The red angles that I already marked off are alternate exterior, but so are these blue ones. They are also an example of alternate exterior angles. Let's apply that down below. In this second row, we have same side interior angles and same side exterior angles. Same side means it's on the same side of our transversal. So they're either both going to be below or they're both going to be above. And if we're looking at same side interior, then they're on the below, but also inside, interior. Same side exterior just means that they are outside, but on the same side. As I said before, there's two different pairs to consider. So same side interior could also be on top, either inside for interior or outside for exterior. So the blue angles match with each other for our angle relationships. The red angles match for each other with our angle relationships. So that's how we use the names alternate interior. So I'll go alternate interior. Then we have alternate exterior, because we have them on the different sides and on the inside, then on different sides and then on the outside. I wasn't anticipating that. There you go. Different sides and on the outside. And then you look down below, we have the same side interior. And same side exterior. Now there's a few things to apply with this. All alternate angles, alternate interior and alternate exterior, all alternate angles are congruent, which means that the two red angles are the same size as one another, and the two blue angles are the same size as one another. And so, remember congruency we can show with tick marks. So, the single tick marks are each congruent to one another, and the double tick marks are each congruent to one another. So alternate interior and alternate exterior angles, both of those are congruent. They're always going to be the same. They're always going to be equal numbers. Meanwhile, when you look down below, if you can't already tell with their angle relationship, they will always be supplementary. If you notice, the blue and the red angle makes a linear pair. The blue and the red are both adjacent and form a straight line, which is 180 degrees. So we're always going to be able to rely on the fact that same side angles, whether they're same side interior or same side exterior, will add up to 180 degrees. They're going to be supplementary. So if I write that as an equation, A and B would be the angles that I'm labeling here. Both of them are the red angles. So A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. If I write the top one as an equation, the congruent, I'll go ahead and name this red one A and this red one B. I'll have A equal to B. And that's going to be true for all of them. There's A, there's B, A is equal to B. And then down below, here's A, here's B. A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. Alternate angles, alternate interior and alternate exterior, are congruent, so their values are the same. Same side interior and same side exterior angles are supplementary, so they add up to 180 degrees. So I hope that diagram helps a little bit in evaluating what those four vocabulary words are and how they're all connected. Alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, and same side exterior. The last word to cover is corresponding. Corresponding means to match. So we're going to talk about the word corresponding a lot this year. It's going to come up in a couple of different contexts because we're going to be matching things a lot. But the word corresponding just means to match. And so when we talk about corresponding angles in reference to parallel lines, it means that we're talking about matching angles on our parallel lines. And so here's our parallel line, here's our parallel line, and there's our transversal. So ladies and gentlemen, if we have matching angles, then that means that the angle is in the same spot on each of our parallel lines. Let me talk about that a different way. If I just ignore one of these lines, boop, and I pay attention to the bottom line here, the green angle is in the top right-hand corner of that line. If I think about its matching angle, and I replace that line I erased a second ago, the matching spot's also in the top right-hand corner. There's its corresponding angle. They're both in the top right-hand corner, so they match. And because they're matching, because they're in the same place, they're also the same size and shape, so they're congruent. Corresponding angles will always be congruent. So if this is angle A, this is angle B, then A is equal to B. This is true for every part of the angle. So if I look at the top left, well, that's going to match and correspond with the other top left. If I do that to the bottom left, it's going to match to the bottom left. If I do that over here to the bottom right, it's going to match to the bottom right. All four of those angles correspond to the matching color because those angles match in their location. B with A in green, the teals, the pinks, and the purples, they all match. They're all the same size to each other, so they're all equal to each other. The two blues are equal, the two pinks are equal, and the two purples are equal. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our vocabulary list. I hope that helps. If not, reach out, ask me questions. I'll be glad to provide whatever assistance I can. Thank you. Looking forward to working with you guys this week.